Hey fellas, it's Nathan here, and today in this video we're gonna do some ethical hacking with Python. Yes, we're gonna do some ethical hacking with Python, and also later in this video we're gonna build a password cracker with Python. But before we do that, we're gonna first clear some points like what is hacking, what is ethical hacking, what is Python, and how password cracking actually works. But also before that, please subscribe to the channel if you're new, and also if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with others. So now let's get started. Alright, so the first thing what we're gonna cover is what we're gonna talk about is what is hacking. What does hacking means actually? Hacking refers to activities of an unauthorized access that seeks to compromise digital devices such as computers, smartphones, tablets, and even an entire network. Hackers, why do they do that? Hackers are motivated by personal gain, or to make a statement, or just because they can to show off or something like that. That is what hacking is. Now the next thing we're gonna talk about is what is ethical hacking, what is meant by ethical hacking. So ethical hacking involves an authorized attempt to gain unauthorized access to a computer, system, application, or data. Carrying out an ethical hack involves duplicating strategies and actions of malicious attackers. So in normal words, it is that ethical hackers are legally allowed to hack or gain access into someone else's systems by their respective permissions, and it's usually ethical hackers. It's usually that ethical hackers are hired by organizations who have a website, and they want ethical hackers to hack into their systems and check out the systems and check out for any vulnerability. If there is a vulnerability, fix it for them or tell them to fix it. So that's what ethical hacking is. Now the next thing is, what is Python? If you're an IT guy, or if you're not, you have ever heard about Python at some point of your life. Not that Python, that snake, no, not that. Python programming, Python the programming language. So what is Python? Python is a high-level general-purpose programming language. Its design philosophy emphasizes code readability with the use of significant indentation. Python is dynamically typed and garbage collected. It supports multiple programming paradigms, including structured, object-oriented, and functional programming. So it basically allows you to do many functions. It's you can say a modern time programming language. So Python is really a cool language. It's used for AIs, mostly for AIs, and you can even create games with it. You can even develop games with it. And I'm gonna make a video of how to create a snake game on Python, the usual startup program, the usual startup project. So it's not a big deal. So that is what Python is. Back to the main point. So now let's talk about today's main topic, what is password cracking and how it actually works. Password cracking is the process of using an application program to identify an unknown or forgotten password to a computer or a network resource. So how password cracking actually works. So there are two types of famous password cracking methods. There are many, but these two are famous. The number one is brute force attack, and the numbers two is a dictionary attack. No, not this one, this one. So what is a brute force attack? A brute force attack is a hacking method that uses trial and error to crack passwords, login credentials, and encryption keys. It is a very simple yet reliable tactic for gaining unauthorized access to individual accounts in organizations, systems, and networks. So this is what brute force attack is, but we're gonna talk about it more in some other videos. But today in today's videos we're gonna talk about dictionary attack and using this method. So what is a dictionary based attack? A dictionary attack is a method of breaking into a password protected computer, network, or any other IT resource by systematically entering every word in a dictionary as a password. A dictionary attack can also be used in an attempt to find the key necessary to decrypt an encrypted message or document. So in simple words, a dictionary attack is, in this attack what you have is you have a word list of common passwords used by common people. So they use these passwords commonly, a list of millions of passwords, thousands of passwords. You can find it on the internet, or you can make it of your own too. That's what we're gonna do in this video. So that is what dictionary attack. In this, your word list, you match a word list with the system targeted password, and it will match every single password in that word list until that it found the correct password. So that is what a dictionary based attack, a dictionary attack. So now let's talk about what are hashes. So hashes are secret keys or secret passwords that are converted from a normal password. So there are many types of hashes, but the one we're talking about in this video is the MD5 hash. MD5 hash is now not used anymore by organizations because it's considered to be easily cracked, so they use SHA-56 and others. Now there are others too, but we're gonna use MD5 hash in this video. So now let's get right into the developing of your password cracker with Python. Let's do it. So now let's build the password cracker with Python. So first of all, what you're gonna do, you have to create a directory, folder where you're gonna place all of your things, your code file and your word list files in your MD5 hashes. So I've already created one, and then you're gonna use a compiler. It's up to you. I'm gonna use VS Code. You can use Sublime or PyCharm. It's up to you, but I'm gonna use VS Code. And after that, let's import it in there. I've already did it. Here it is. Now let's create a file over here and name it as crack.py. Okay. Now first of all, what we're gonna do is import a module named as hashlib. What it does, it uses the old times of every time of hashes formats like MD5 or SHA-256. So it's gonna be pretty easy. It's gonna help us to digest or create the password cracker actually. So now let's start. Import, okay, hashlib. Right. So the next thing what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a variable called password, or let's say pass_hash, in which we're gonna input our pass hash. Alright, so the next thing is one more variable in which we're gonna input our word list. Next thing what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a statement in which we say try. In this, what it does, it's just gonna do is let's first create a variable, name it as pass file, because what it's gonna do is open the input word list what we inputted there. It's gonna open it. Let's say word list, the variable name, and let's give it the read command. And what it's gonna do, it's gonna open it and read it. Right. And also, if it doesn't found the pass file, let's create a statement for it to accept. Oh, okay, one more space. Space matters a lot in Python. So let's say print no word list. Okay, no word list found. Okay, now what it's gonna do is it's gonna quit. Alright, so the next thing what we're gonna do, we're gonna create the next function, which is gonna be forward in pass file. Here it is. Sorry, forward in pass file. Let's say word underscore encode a variable, and we're gonna call it word dot encode. So what it's gonna do, let's talk about it. what it's gonna do, it's gonna encode your word into a format known as UTF-8. You probably ever heard about it at some point. Now the next thing it's gonna do is gonna digest the word list words, the words in the passwords in the word list, and digest them into the hashes format, MD5 hashes format. So we're gonna say create the variable digest equals to hash lib dot MD5, the hashes format MD5, and let's say what it is gonna do is gonna strip them in other pieces. So word encode dot word underscore encode dot strip, and that's it. And it's gonna hex digest them and transform them into hashes format, the words in the word list. So now we have created the digest format, the hex digest format. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna say if word equals to, or let's say pass hash, let's give it the pass hash first. If pass hash equals to the word, or let's say digest, my bad, digest print password found. Okay, print password found, and also the password in it. So print password found, and the password is addition sign, and the variable word in which our password is. That's it, break. That's it. But to make it work more perfectly and don't break before anything, so let's give it some flags. The flag format. So let's say before no password, the flag is 0, and when the password is found, which is over here, if the password is found, the flag is gonna be equals to 1. And one more thing, which is gonna be if flag equals to 0, then print no, or let's say passphrase or password not found. That means the password is not in the word list. In simple words. And what it's gonna do, it's gonna quit. So now we have written all the code of the password cracker. Let's just try it. So now I'm in my file where I have all the content of the password cracker. So let's start it. Click on here, and type cmd for command prompt to run it. So let's say Python and the name of your file, which is crack.py. Enter your MD5 hash. So it's asking for your MD5 hash, which is in this file. Here in this file, just copy it and paste it over here. Enter your word list. So your word list name with a txt format, which is pass list. I'm just gonna copy it. Pass list .txt. Don't forget about .txt to specify the format of your file. So enter. Passphrase not found. There's some misunderstanding. Let me check. Let's go back to the code and let's see what's the problem. Okay, now I found what's the problem was. I forgot to put a single parenthesis. That was the problem. And also let's remove this space to not get into any more trouble, and let's start it again. We're gonna just press the up or down key to paste the as it is before recent commands. Okay, so here's our hash and here's our word list name. That's it, guys. We have found the password, which is password ADSKKGBEF686843. A random password I just wrote. I don't wanna define it, sorry. That's the same password. You can match it and pause the video and match it. Alright, done. That was it. Hope you've enjoyed, and now you've successfully created a password cracker for yourself. So that's it, guys. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends, and also subscribe to the channel to get the latest videos like this on my channel. And also please press the bell icon to get the latest updates of videos like this. So I hope you have liked the video, you've enjoyed it. I'm gonna release web development courses on WordPress and HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and also more on Python, because I love Python. I love it so much. I love AI. So that was it. If you like the video, I've already said it. So okay, bye guys.